I really like that. Thank you, Dr. New. I appreciate that.
Amen.
You know, I just want to first go sideways and then we'll go forward. Dr. New has supported me consistently and authentically over the years. He is one of my biggest supporters, and I'm just so thankful to see how, when he first got here in DC, to see this sidewalk outreach blossom into what it is today. So I just, you know, I'm doing what I can do, but, you know, it's because of the solid foundation from people like Dr. New. So I thought about what I wanted to speak about, and there's so many things I could speak about. I could speak about my time during my 17 months of incarceration, and you know, how almost every single day, I'm not exaggerating, every single day, because in federal prison I was at a larger campus of 1,000 females, and someone would come up to me and talk about either pregnancy loss, their abortion, or family separation. And it was just wave after wave of acute devastation, grief, and this yearning to be heard and listened to. And, you know, so many people think we put her in federal prison, we shut her up, we set her away, but I didn't have a day of rest. You know, the pro-life work I did inside was just as vibrant, just as complex, and just as sensitive as it was on the outside. But I think what I really want to talk about is probably 1 year into my incarceration. I was in Tallahassee in an open dorm. An open dorm was one gigantic room with 120 bunk beds. And we lived like packed sardines, and you know, you really get to know folks. And people got to know me, and I got to know them. And it's just hard living like that. It really is. And, you know, some days you feel discouraged, and I would get letters from folks writing to incarcerated rescuers. And I got a letter from a girl from Canada. She's 11 years old. And she wrote to me about her life, living in Canada, having a little rosary group, her little homeschooling co-op. And then she said that she has a piano recital coming up, and that my bravery is giving her the courage to be brave at her piano recital. And it just really touched me because, you know, sometimes it's actually easier to be big and brave in these big moments, you know, because you have all this support behind you, you have so many people cheering you on. But I reflected how important it is to be brave in those small moments. When no one's watching, when no one is there to pat you on the back, when no one is there to get pardoned and political pressure and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And that's what this is. During this 40 Days for Life, it's being brave in these small moments when you realize that you're not going to have the same kind of support in these big moments. And I just want to reflect and uplift each and every person who comes here during the 40 days and encourage you to be brave in those small moments and to not be afraid. Fear is devastating to creativity, to staying in solution mode, to being big and brave and bold in our love and for the unborn, and to just say yes, give your fiat, and see where it takes you. You'll be amazed. You'll be amazed when you give a yes to the Lord with trust that He will take care of you, and He will take you to places that you never thought possible. I went all the way to federal prison where nobody knew me, nobody cared about me, like who I was or what I've done, or that I'm this identity point, I'm this identity point. Nobody cared. And it was very refreshing, to be honest. But in that smallness, I found purpose and clarity and so much love. And I made so many great friends, so many deep and abiding friendships, and I saw so much transformation. And I just can't wait to bring everything that I learned back here, and it's just really exciting. It's exciting. You know, I have a lot of hope. I have a lot of hope for the future. It's so bright and filled with so much love. And like, I just want to encourage you to all give your yes and see where it takes you. Thank you.
All right. Amen. Amen.